Okay, guys, thank you for those that are still working fairly hard. There's a lot of you that should be working, period, in your classes. One thing I can do in Khan Academy, by the way, is if you have any assignments in any other classes, I can kind of see whether you're doing them or not, too. Not that I would grade you on that. But anyways, here's something dramatically different. Yes, I'm your math teacher, but one of your awesome classmates, Carly, I noticed was struggling with this. Okay? And she was not the only one. There's a couple others of you that are struggling with balancing these chemical equations. So I'm going to do one of those assignments on Khan Academy and give you just a few of my simple tips of how I used to do it. And this should help you. So if you're stuck on balancing equations, yes, this is chemistry, then I suggest you watch and follow along with this video. Okay, first of all, before we get to the actual work, guys, I went on alvartschools.org. All of you can do that, right? It's our district website. Clicked on community, and I found this right here. There's still too many of you that do not have your own laptop computer. You need to borrow one. Check one out from the district. They will arrange a delivery for you. Okay? As you can see here, they just did phase 2 within this coming week. They are going to do phase 2, even with the rain happening. They are open for phase 3, as I've shown to you before. All you have to do is click right there on apply here. And I already showed you in a previous video, it's a real simple form to fill out. So please get a laptop so you can do your work better. We're not having school again for the next 7 to 8 weeks. So this is your only opportunity to work on your grades. Bottom line. Okay, get a laptop, get it working. Okay, so here we have a typical basic balancing equation. And here's how to approach it, guys. First of all, notice right here I have one of these magnesium. I'm just going to call it mag for short. Right here, notice the 2 subscript tells you have 2 atoms of oxygen. And on the other side, notice you have 1 magnesium, 1 oxygen. Okay? I'll do ox for short. That way you don't think it's a 0. So, it's obviously not balanced because, yeah, I have 1 mags on each side, but over here I have 2 oxygen. Here I have only 1. So how can I get those equal? Is I'm going to do a 2 right in here. Now that changes things, right? What that does is now instead of 1 magnesium, we now have 2 magnesium, right? It's kind of like doing distributed property in algebra, by the way. We have 2 magnesium. We have now 2 oxygen. Now, if you look, we now have 2 magnesium here, but only 1 magnesium there. That's an easy fix. Let's do 2 magnesium here. And we have it balanced, guys. Check this out. I have 2 magnesium here, 2 magnesium here, thanks to that 2 right there. I have, when I put a 1 in here, I will have still 1 oxygen molecule, whatever you call it, that has 2 oxygen atoms in it. And 2 there, and 2 there. So I have it balanced. So the answer was 2 here to get 2 magnesium, 1 here to get 2 oxygen, 2 here to get 2 magnesium and 2 oxygen. Basically, guys, the right side has to be exactly the same as the left side. It's got to have exactly the same elements and the same amount of elements. That's what we call balancing an equation. All right, now, check this one out, guys. Look how hard that one is. We're going to save that one for last, okay? Actually, you don't have the luxury of skipping it, do you, in Khan Academy? Now, here's one thing I learned about Khan Academy is Mr. Khan can be a real jerk to you. He'll put a nice basic one like this one, and then he'll give you the hardest one ever, And of course you can't do this, but look how basic the next one is and the next one is. So this one, maybe you try, you miss it, but then you just go on to the next one, you get the next couple right. But anyways, here's how we're going to approach this one, guys. First, we have to see what we have. Right here, I have 2 hydrogen. I have right there only 1 S. Sulfur, isn't it? Right here, I have 4 oxygen. That's what sulfuric acid, I think that's what it is made up of. 2 hydrogen, 1 sulfur, 4 oxygens. Now, what do I have here? I have 1 Pb. I think that's lead, isn't it? I'll just call it Pb. But see right here, guys? That 4 means I have 4 oxygen and 4 hydrogen. Now let's go over to the right side. So this is like the line of death right here, right? The left and right, or like when you balance or solving an equation in algebra, the left and right have got to be the same, right? Whatever you do to the left, you do to the right. But anyways, on the right side, notice right here, I have 1 Pb. That right there, though, means, see that 2? That 2 means I have 2 of these. That means I have 2 of the S's, and 2 times 4 means 8 oxygen atoms. Now, here's just plain old water. That's just 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Now, how to approach this one, really, guys, is you just guess and check. But as I am scanning, notice how this one has only 1 sulfur and this one has 2 sulfur, right? So guess what? I know I got to have at least a 2 here so I can get 2 sulfur on the left side. Now, that changes everything here, guys. Watch what I'm doing. Because of that 2 right here, I now have 4 hydrogen, right? Because 2 times the 2 that are already there is 4 hydrogen. I now have 2 sulfur. I now have 2 times the 4, 8 oxygen. So, now let's see what we got. Does everyone agree? We have 2 sulfur here, 2 sulfur there now. We're good to go there so far. Let's look at hydrogen. We have 4 hydrogen here, but another 4 there. That makes a total of 8 hydrogen atoms, right? Over here, we only have 2 hydrogen. So guess what? We're going to do a 2 in here, because 2 times that 2 hydrogen now is going to give me 4 hydrogen. Now, don't forget, you also have 2 oxygen now. All right? Now what? We now have, if we start over, 2 sulfur, 2 sulfur. That did not change. We have, again, a total of 8 hydrogen here. And now, oh, wait a minute. I misspoke there, didn't I? I don't want a 2 there, right? No, no, no. I want a 4, because remember, we have 8 over here. So 4 times 2 now gives me 8 hydrogen, and that means we have 4 oxygen. Guys, guess what? I think we're done. Check this out. If we were to start over again, follow the light blue. We have 2 of the S's, 2 of the S's there so far. We have 4 and 4, 8 hydrogen. Because of that 4 times 2 gave us 8 hydrogen there, right? Let's check the oxygen next. Over here we have 4 and another 8 oxygen. Those are oxygens, guys, not zeros. That means a total of 12 oxygen here. Over on the right side, we have 4 here and 8 more there. That together makes 12 oxygen there as well. So we have 12 oxygen on each side as well. And notice the only other element we haven't checked is Pb. We have 1 here again and 1 there again. See how we have exactly the same amount of every single element on both sides, guys. So to finish it off, we're going to put a 2 here, a 1 here, that keeps everything 1 and so on. We put a 1 here to keep that the same. And of course we put a 4 there. That's how we're able to get more hydrogen and oxygen in our problem. And that's your answer, guys. 2114. Now, that's the most evil they get. Okay? Like I said, you got to try it, though, and see if you can't get it, guys, because if you don't get it in high school, by the way, you will get it in college. So keep that in mind. Now, let's go to, thank God, some of the easier ones. Check this one out. Notice right here I have one mag, right? Right here I have one hydrogen with one chlorine. One H and one Cl. On the right side I have one magnesium, so they're already the same. Uh-oh, I have two chlorine here. Guess what? I know immediately I'm going to put a 2 there. Watch what happens. The 2 means that these now are 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. All right? And then, of course, right here, I have 2 hydrogen. Guys, do you realize we're done? Check this out. I have 1 magnesium, and I have 1 magnesium here. I have 2 chlorine because 1 times that 2 means 2 chlorine elements or atoms, right? On the left side, because of this 2, I have 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. So same amount of chlorine, same amount of magnesium, same amount of hydrogen. So just going to put a 1 there. So there's your answer, guys. 1, 2, 1, 1 balances our chemical equation. Let's do one more. Now, guys, here's a little trick I haven't really showed you much. But anyways, let's see what we got first. Notice right here I have 1 nitrogen. But right here I have another nitrogen. So that's a total of 2 of them. Right here I have 4 hydrogen. Right here I have 3 oxygen. I'll do OX for short. Right? That's a hydrogen, right? All right? So that's what I have on the left side. On the right side, notice right here I have 2 nitrogen. I have there only 1 oxygen. But over here I have 2 hydrogen. And right there another 1 oxygen. So guys, let's see what we got here. We got 2 nitrogen, 2 nitrogen. We got 4 hydrogen. Uh-oh. Only 2 hydrogen here. So what are we going to do? We're going to put a 2 right here. But that changes things a little bit, right? Because now that means 4 hydrogen. But that also means 2 of the oxygens. Those are oxygens, right? All right. 2 oxygens. OX for short for oxygen. Okay, guys? So, follow the blue. We have 2 nitrogen again, 2 nitrogen again. That hasn't changed. We have 4 hydrogen here. Thanks to the 2, we have 4 hydrogen there, right? Looking good. Let's check the oxygen. Here we have 3 oxygen. All right. 1 plus 2 means we have 3 of these oxygens over here also. We have it totally balanced, guys. So our answer is 1 here makes 1 of those. I think that's nitrogen oxide, right? Or nitric oxide. And 2 waters. So 1, 1, 2 would be our answer. The bottom line, guys, the balanced equations, you have to be orderly. Make a little table, sort of like what I did here, of all your elements. And you just play around. You guess and check. Oh, 2 here, that means I got to do a 2 to make 2 over there. And so on. And eventually, everything will balance out. There's no shortcut to these, guys. All right? But the one trick I almost forgot to mention, generally you start with the more complicated one. That's the one you focus on first, usually. Okay? But the only way to get good at these guys, and you've heard me say it a million times, you got to practice them. That's the only way to get good at them. Now, as you can see, I got 4 out of 4, right? And the next thing that's going to come up for you chemistry students is balancing. Oh, we already did balancing chemical equations. The next thing you're going to do is actually stoichiometry. Always like, I don't even know how to spell that. Stoichiometry. Oh, yeah, that's cool stuff, man. With moles and atoms and all that stuff. So, guys, I hope you're going to try your best. Carly and the others of you struggling with your chemistry on balancing equations, I hope you watch this video. It should help you. Don't forget to get a laptop, guys, if you don't have one.